Make sure y'all like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. And turn your post notifications on too, so you can see when I drop new shit. In this video, this girl is describing, she's telling a story about how some dude went to the strip club and gave all the strippers herpes. So this is an interesting story. I found it interesting. I didn't watch the thing yet, but this is gonna be my natural reaction. So yeah, y'all tune in, man. Fuck it.
I was working at this club in Alabama, and there was this couple. So I worked there about a whole summer straight. I was going out there every weekend from, at the time, Mississippi. At the time, just like any other regulars, I didn't pay no mind. I just tried to get in where I could fit in. All the dancers would flock to them as soon as they came into the club. So I knew they were somebody.
Hey, hold on. Make sure y'all like, comment, or subscribe. Do that for me real quick. All right, we back.
Never raised a red flag because most of the dancers there, they were from there. So I really didn't think too much of it. One thing I did notice is that they would pick the same girls over and over again. It was never like the new dancers like me that would be, invited into their section. It used to get to me, but I got over it because I started making my own money and my own customers. I had a homegirl that I had put on to this specific club. I already could tell that she was down for anything, if you know what I mean. So anytime she would get requested to do dances, we wouldn't partner up. I would just kind of let her do her own thing. I never really, thought about it too much. I always knew she was good. Hell, we were adults. So there comes this time where I see this really popular rapper at the time. He walks through the door and everybody goes crazy. So I'm already knowing like what time it is. It was already starting to really be a really good night. So I was really trying to get my ducks in a row and start making a plan, because if you know, on a good night, you gotta be strategic when it comes to being a dancer, because if not, you'll miss out on the money. So I start seeing more people walk through the door, and it's like crowds of people at this time. Everybody's spending hella money. I see people go get $2,000, $3,000 at a time. And at this point, I know it's time to partner up. So of course, I go get my homegirl. I'm looking for her. I'm like, texting her phone. Where you at, girl? Where you at? Come to find out she was in the parking lot taking a smoke break. So I waited on her to get dressed. And I just continued to dance for the party that I was dancing for at the time. So she comes back into the dressing room and she's getting dressed. She's putting her clothes back on. And I could tell that baby girl is drunk. Okay, drunk out her mind. That wasn't unusual for us because, we're dancers. We get drunk all the time. But she was like a little more wasted than usual. So I saw the chance once I got back on the floor, which is also like, we say the floor, we mean like back into the open area, like the stage, the seats, all that out there. I just kind of left her in the dressing room to kind of get herself together. But I went ahead and went back on the floor. All back on the floor, my name was called to get on stage. So I got on stage. I did my little 1-2, and I think I made like $300-$400 on my stage set. You're getting money just to like stand there and swing around the pole. So it was good. It was easy money. Soon after I got off the stage, the DJ tells me to meet him at the DJ booth. He basically tells me that this couple wants to see me in VIP. Now, everywhere VIP is different. VIP was like in the back. Like VIPs can be anywhere, but this specific one, it was like in the back, ducked off. You couldn't get in, you couldn't get out like without authorization. So it was cool, but it was ghetto. It was ghetto. I go to VIP. I give them my name, where you're supposed to sign in and tell them like, hey, I'm going to VIP or whatever, because you have to be authorized to go through. And before I give them my stuff, because you have to give them like one of your belongings so you don't run out on them or from paying them. So I gave them my phone. As I give them my phone, I could see my homegirl coming from the back. She wants to dance with me for this section. Now, y'all, it was so crazy because I was literally getting like the gut feeling to kind of like be like, nah, I'm okay. Like, you don't have to dance for everybody that invites you to dance for them. So I kind of told my friend, like, girl, what you think? You think they got money? I was trying to deter her from actually wanting to dance, but me asking her more questions made her more anxious to want to dance for them.
I'm not saying a whole lot because I like to really take it in. I know I gotta break this up a little bit, but all right, it's really giving me the inside of a stripper's mind.
So I let her. I let her dance for the couple. It's what it is. If she needs me, she knows where to find me. Whatever. Plus, I didn't see them going there with like a lot of ones. So I didn't think they were going to really do too much or throw that much money. I do see her come out when she's done doing her 3 songs. 3 songs is the minimum when you're doing VIP. And I saw her after she finished doing those 3 songs. And I saw that she had a little, just a little munyon. But what surprised me was even after she gave the dance, they still wanted me to dance for them. It's like they weren't taking no for an answer at this point. So what did I go do? I went and danced for him. It was only the male. It wasn't even the couple. It was just the husband or boyfriend or whatever. But he was a grown behind man. And sometimes what these men want you to do, they want you to just listen. I used to get paid the most money just to listen to people talk. Men, pastors, teachers, just to talk about their relationships and their problems. I got paid the most just to listen to them people talk. It's what I did in this instinct. And you guys, what I was taught through this conversation, mind-blowing. This man proceeded to tell me how him and his wife would come to the strip club to fish. At the time, of course, I did not know what fishing was. I had no idea. I kind of just, if I had to guess, I thought it was something similar to like picking up random men at like a bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that's what fishing was. But no. He was intoxicated, probably off of some pills. So it was easier for me to get this conversation out of him. But I really think it was God, y'all. I really think it was God. Proceeded to tell me that him and his wife only comes to the strip club because he has herpes and his wife will not him. He told me that he wanted to have a party with me and my friend, but he saw it in my eyes that I wasn't trying to do that. Y'all, when he said he saw it in my eyes that I wasn't that type of person, I felt chills through my body. All I could think of.
Okay, so my question is, did they get herpes from the dance? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I know they got a part 2, so I guess it's gonna be somewhere in part 2. But so they like, do you already got it? Because it's like, what the hell? Anyway, let's keep on going.
About you guys was the fact that my friend had just danced for them right before me. I don't even think he knew what he had just told me. Like, I don't even think he was aware of what he had just admitted to me. I proceeded to act like everything was still cool after he told me that because, you just come into the strip club for entertainment.
Okay, she said danced. Okay, I missed that part. Oh, the friend, she bought whatever. Okay, damn. Oh, damn. Okay, so now I'm getting it. All right.
Right? Like, you didn't really come here tonight planning on fishing, did you? That I seen him here, so I already knew he had gotten plenty of girls. And when I walked back to that dressing room, I saw my friend putting back on her underwear. I already knew the damage was done.
Damn.
I go in the dressing room, I see her putting up her underwear, and immediately this girl is pissed at me because I wouldn't say she like full-blown attacked me, but verbally, yes. She was saying all the craziest things that I think she probably just wanted to say and probably was too scared to say. This girl knows that I am not confrontational, and I think a lot of people prey on that in the strip world industry because they look at you as a weak target if you're not confrontational. So when I was hearing her say all these things about me to my face, it kind of like struck a nerve. So before I could even get a word out, the girl that she was into it with comes into the dressing room is being so petty, y'all. like when you're indirect and you're talking loud and you want the person that you're talking about to know that you're talking about them. It was that kind of situation. And I just didn't feel the right time to tell her, was while she was intoxicated, for one. For two, like I said, the damage was already done. Baby girl had already done what she wanted to do. I see some comments where people are mad at me for not telling her right away, when it's crazy that y'all are not mad at a grown-ass woman for having raw with a man, person, whatever, that she didn't know. These are the repercussions of having raw with people you don't know. Now clock it. So the girl that she's getting into it with at the time yells out, "That's why you're raw," to people with... When I say my mouth hit the floor, my mouth hit the floor. Because how am I not the only one that knows this? Like, how am I not the only one that knows this? Obviously, I'm thinking I'm knowing a dark, deep secret, you know. Tom, some of these dancers already know what they're getting themselves into, and they don't care. Before y'all try to come at me for not telling her right away, like I said, the damage was already done, and I meant just that. Girl goes out the dressing room crying, mad, drunk, sad, threats, rage, tantrums. When you lay down with dogs, what do you come back with? Fleas. So like I said again, was I wrong for not telling her right away, or was she wrong for doing what she did in the first place? Fast forward, I let some time blow over because, like I said, she was mad at me for her own reasons, but I also know that it was the alcohol, and I knew not to take it, you know, too personal, even though my feelings were hurt at the time. Also, I actually stopped dancing at that club. I moved around to a different city and state and decided to dance elsewhere just to kind of let that blow over. Fast forward, I hit her up because I didn't hear from her after some months, and asked her how she was, asked her how was her child, because she had kids and she was about 6 months postpartum from having her last one at the time. So I just wanted to, you know, do a little check. She then told me that I could come over so we could talk about the last time we had seen each other and the last time that we had worked. Just kind of have a civilized moment of going over everything that was said, done, all of that. Pull up to her house, y'all. She opens the door, she lets me in. We have some champagne. Gotta love the champagne. So we already getting off on a good start. It's good vibes, you know. Nothing crazy. But off the bat, I could tell that something was like different about her, like her demeanor. I don't know, you can kind of tell when something's off with somebody, you know? So y'all, I swear, as soon as I put that glass of champagne to my mouth, the first question she asked me was, "So how long did you know?" Okay? Damn near spit the champagne out, y'all, because I already knew what she was talking about. And honestly, that was the main reason I came. Said, you know, knew what? And she was like, that the customer at the club was intentionally giving girls, you know, herpes. So I told her that I had just found out literally during the dance. And, you know, my next question was, "Are you okay?" So she doesn't know. She said she had been going through testing and that it will take a minute for it to show up in her system. If so, the doctor gave her, I think, like a pill to take for a couple hours or something that will lessen the chance of her getting it. But she felt like she lost a friend because I didn't tell her. The things that she said to me hurt my feelings. Just because I wasn't available at the time doesn't mean I was less than a friend. When she had went in the first place to dance for the customers first, it was, you know, it was above me at that point. I can't save anybody that's grown and willing. So yeah, we talk about it and we discuss how we both could have been better friends in the situation, and that I think the emotions was just high. Things for sure, two things for certain. She really did not want to take accountability of her going in that room by herself and doing what she did. But you know, at the end of the day, I honestly don't believe that she ever stopped doing what she's doing. I mean, and I don't understand why she felt the way she felt about me not being there for her. But like I said before, we're grown, man. This day, she still dances in Alabama and Atlanta. She did end up getting hooked on drugs really bad. And me and her drifted apart after some time. So I don't really know where she is in life right now. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't care. Because even though I did forgive her at the time, the things that she said to me in that dressing room stuck with me forever. And I also did try to reach out to her before I made the video intentionally to not, to not hurt anybody's feelings or ruffle any feathers. But I do think she changed her number or has a new number because, like I said, all of these stories, y'all, this is from years ago. But I do wish her the best, most definitely. And I knew from then, I learned a lesson that day, and that was to just continue to be myself, never let anybody peer pressure me into anything that I didn't want to do, and to always go with my instincts, go with my gut. Because if I was that type of girl, not bashing anybody that does, but my life would be in risk. And I never been that type of person. She brought up was that I think I'm better than everybody else. She said that in the dressing room because I don't do all of that. And also I did come out with like hundreds. Like I came back in the dressing room with hundreds in my hand just from talking to that guy. Had nothing else to do, just straight talking. But also make sure you're around the right people that will praise you and not try to push you down the wrong path.
When you live that lifestyle, you're still inviting things into your life, regardless how you want to try and like skin it. You know what I mean? Like I'm bad, but I ain't as bad as her. You know what I mean? It's still all circumference the same thing. And there's other things that could be threatened, that's worse than just catching the herpes. You know what I'm saying? You can lose your life living in that lifestyle. So be careful out there. If you're living like that, be careful out there. You know what I mean? They got people that just don't respect you, or they find ways to take their vitriol or anger out on you because they don't respect you and they look at you in a demeaning way.